This is our review of the Northwestern Penn State game. What are your initial thoughts?
Oh, James. So we're in our Airbnb, so we're doing our best. We're not in our normal studio, but we got Franklin on the screen here, and I think he's the talking point of this game. Welcome to Saturday versus Sunday. I'm John Barb, and with me is Jeff Dover, and let's talk football.
We're a couple of average football fans who watch college and NFL. We're currently here on our Missouri-Kansas City road trip. We hope we can earn your like and subscribe today. This is our review of the Northwestern Penn State game. What are your initial thoughts?
Oh, James. So we're in our Airbnb, so we're doing our best. We're not in our normal studio, but we got Franklin on the screen here. And I think he's the talking point of this game. I mean, credit to Northwestern.
Oh, came ready to play.
Northwestern, oddly, has two big wins in Big Ten, one over Penn State and one over UCLA.
That's right, which all of a sudden looks big now, too.
UCLA is unbeatable in Big Ten play. But Franklin, oh my God, I don't know how he recovers from this one.
No, this is really rough. And it's just really compounded by the Penn State was bringing everyone back. And we talked about this the last time I think it was for the Oregon review, like they brought everyone back. They have the two star running backs, the senior quarterback, and to fall short is one thing, but to fall short, look like 3 losses in a row, conference ones, is really bad. It's really shocking how bad it's fallen off. To lose at home to Northwestern.
So I've heard a couple other people, like the Cover 3 guys, were saying, is it that the loss to Oregon spoiled everything and they've lost their mojo after that? Because everyone came back, like you said, everyone came back. This was supposed to be, he finally has it all. He's one of the most experienced quarterbacks that's coming back in college. He's got the talent. Everything's there. It's like Ohio State starting a new quarterback, Michigan starting a new quarterback, Alabama starting, all the top teams. Very few teams are returning a quarterback besides them, LSU, and Clemson.
Yeah.
And so the stage is set. It's finally Penn State seems to be in the position. They've got both running backs back, all of that stuff. And then the
transfer wide receivers to hopefully try to fix that.
3 transfer wide receivers that were supposed to be, who apparently could play wherever they were, but not here.
Yeah.
And they dropped that game in overtime to Oregon. And it's maybe, and we can never know, we can't relive this year, but maybe that gutted them. They were like, oh, we had to have this one. Like, we had to face the challenge. We had to face the critics of, well, we can't win the big one. And when they didn't, maybe that killed their spirits moving forward, because that's the only explanation that makes sense to me, how they dropped the next 2.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. That's a plausible theory. I totally respect that. It doesn't look like they quit. I've seen teams that look like they've got nothing to play for, or they've been gutted, and didn't look like it. Like, it looked like they're still trying. They're just not executing. Like, the offense is just not good. And Allar is not good like that. And he got injured. He's out for the rest of the season, which is probably going to be the end of his college career, which is really too bad, especially considering he was thinking about going to the NFL draft last year. And the idea was to come back to improve his stock this year. And that didn't happen. And now he's got a serious injury. No, it's really, he threw for 137 yards. And that's not enough. That's not going to get it done. No TDs and interception. Like, they're just not that good. Like, and it didn't seem like a motivation thing, but something's not working. Multiple things aren't working, which is how you lose 3 in a row, including Northwestern. So, I mean, and again, the gutted thing is a good point, because everyone came back and it's such a big game against Oregon, and maybe they lost that, and that's what really killed them. But it's still relatively early. Like, there's still a lot of season left,
and their season's over.
Now it's over.
Because that's 0-3 in conference, right?
Yes, so 0-3 in conference.
There's basically no chance of making the Big Ten conference championship game and no chance of the playoffs now. And they're starting whoever at quarterback. No offense to whoever the quarterback is, but that wasn't the plan. So that's it. Now I think they could. Now I think, can they even make a bowl game? Like, is anyone going to be motivated to play anymore?
Yeah, that's so I think going forward, motivation is something we really need to look at, because that might be a problem. And their upcoming schedule, they've got at Iowa, which all of a sudden now
it's going to be a rock fight.
That's going to be a tough one. That's the definition of a rock fight. That the way Penn State's offense look? And then at Ohio State, probably not going to get that one.
Really
and then Indiana. So they
which
could
will probably be really ugly.
that they could lose 2 of the next 3, 3 of the next 3. Like, so then they have to, if they run the table with Michigan State, Nebraska, and Rutgers, then that'd be 6-6.
Which is really bad. Is the only for sure win I can see on that schedule is Rutgers, and it's not for sure, I don't think.
It's at Rutgers. It's at Rutgers in the last game of the season.
So, okay, I got one for you.
Okay.
For a Penn State fan, what is worse? What situation is worse? The Oregon loss actually just crushed their spirits, or that they're actually just not that good?
Yeah, that's a great question.
And they're just not good enough. How bad is this? They're either have. You're right. On the field, they don't look like they've given up. They just don't look like they're good enough.
No, that's you're right. That's a really good question. If you're watching in the comments, please feel free to put down what you think, which one it is. But it's because again, there's glimmer, like Katron Allen had 16 carries for 90 yards, like and looks good at some points. And at least Devontae Ross, he was targeted a lot, but he had 7 catches for 115 yards. Like that's good. Like that's
the whole offense.
I just think that's from A to B. That was the whole thing. So no, and Northwestern held them to under 300 yards of offense. Like it's not good. I
know Northwestern's
274 yards on offense total at home.
It's not good.
No,
at home.
Yes.
And Northwestern's calling card is always good defense, but no offense to Northwestern, but come on. Penn State's supposed to beat
Northwestern, but beat them in the time of possession 34 minutes to 25 too. Like it was a pretty yeah. Oh, the other thing that I had written down here that I wanted to get to was that because we were shocked at how this game started because there was the blocked punter, the interception. What was it? That there was and then Penn State still lost despite starting like that.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
But I think they pay the favor back later in the game. But the point is they had advantages on special teams early in the game too that were like working in their favor, and I actually said that I'm like, and they still lose this game.
Yeah, it's a punt for no gain. It was on Northwestern's first drive.
Yeah, so they block a punt and get it's just, oh my god, it's bad. It's bad.
Attendance 108,121 showed up to watch that thing.
Oh. Well, I mean, do we think he's gonna? I mean, some people are speculating he's not even going to be coaching next weekend.
I don't know how you keep going. Like that's really tough. But I mean, I think that as sad as it is, I think like the losing your star quarterback doesn't only helps Franklin, to be honest.
And I was going to say, is this him getting a get out of jail free card again?
Right.
But okay. So to that note, that happened late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
On a third down. Like it was
a fourth down and
it was the third down. Then the poor
backup came
in on the fourth down.
Yeah, he got stomped on the third down. So then it was a fourth down for the new QB and
So you can't say Allar, they lost this game because Allar wasn't playing. He played all the way to the late into the fourth quarter. So it's not obvious they were going to come back and win that game. Now they could have. But still, you're doing, you have to like have the game-winning drive and try to get by Northwestern by the skin of your teeth after losing to really. It's not a confidence-inspiring game, no matter how it ended. If that's how it had to end.
Redshirt freshman Ethan Grunkmeyer, because he only played had a couple of pass attempts in 2024. So this is
then somehow if no matter how bad the rest of the season goes, somebody who wants to keep Franklin will be like, well, he doesn't have Allar anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man. That's pretty. The other thing
you're right. Okay. So it's just in terms of like, does Franklin last? I think it's going to be really, they either fire him now, which could absolutely happen.
Yeah.
Or it's see how the next couple of games go. Because if the team plays inspired, then that's a reason, I guess you could make the argument to not fire him. I'm not saying you should or should not. Like, I think you should probably get rid of him. But but if the team really quits on him the last few games, then I feel like you've got no choice.
It's just, if you keep him,
it's just not good.
It's not good, Bob. If you keep him, all you're getting. I mean, I think we can pretty confidently say
you haven't liked him for a while.
I want to like it. Like I want Penn State to be good.
I hear you trying to like him.
I want to, because it's a bummer Okay, so traditionally the Big Ten has been a bummer if all it is Ohio State with
Yes.
Michigan nipping at their
Yeah.
heels.
No,
And then that's kind of all there is.
couldn't
right?
agree more. The Big Ten is better when Penn State's good.
It's fun when there's somebody else competitive. Now that it's changed and USC's on board and Washington's on board and Oregon's on board, now all of a sudden, and apparently UCLA, now you have other players that can realistically be there at the end.
Yeah.
But so up until just recently, it would have been nice to have another competitive blue blood.
Yeah.
But it's not blue, their blood. It's sort of like it's like a aqua or something.
Oh,
just because come on, people, Penn State fans know, like,
John Barbin, just leave your comments in the Saturday versus Sunday podcast.
everybody knows they're going to lose to Ohio State and Michigan. It's just everybody knows that.
Yeah.
It's a foregone.
That's been his track record. That's been his track record. And that's been etched in stone, that like
1 in 18 against Big Ten opponents who are in the top 10.
Yeah.
That's
no, you can't get around that.
And then add this year these two inexplicable losses on top of it.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's getting better, he's getting worse.
Yeah. Yep.
So you either, if you're going to keep him, this Drew Allar's injury, all of that, who cares how this season goes? If you keep him, what you're signing up for is a guy who just can't win the big game. That's basically, you're just agreeing to be, what would that be? The aqua blood, the green blood. You're just not a blue blood. That's all it is. And even though you have the facilities, you have the resources, you have the support, you have the boosters, you have
108,000 people showing up to your games.
One of the biggest alumni bases in the country. You have all of it, and you have essentially Mark Richt from Georgia is what you have. You can't get over the hump, but it's all there. So is there a coach out there that could take all of that? And I think Cignetti.
He's really good.
If you put him there, I mean, look what he's doing with Indiana. You're telling me he can't do that here?
And that's the attitude that I think this coach really needs to have. Like, the Penn State coach has to have the attitude that we play with everybody. We can beat anybody.
My guess is if he shows up there, they just become a complete powerhouse. So, but I don't know. And that kind of follows in the Kirby Smart thing, because Cignetti's from the Saban coaching tree. So
yeah, that's true.
So now, Indiana fans, I'm not talking about losing him there. I think he's awesome at Indiana, and they should do everything they can to keep him. But if Franklin goes, to me, that's the obvious choice.
Yeah.
But,
no, it's it. Listen, Penn State lost the turnover battle against Northwestern 2-1, and time of possession 34 minutes to 25 at home to Northwestern.
Kudos to Northwestern.
Yes, hats off to Northwestern. Hats off to Preston Stone, quite possibly the most Northwestern quarterback name you could have.
Out dueling Drew Allar.
Yeah, it's 17 for 26 for 163 yards, 1 TD, no interceptions. He played better. He's the better quarterback on the field. You can't really deny that. So no,
they play tough.
They play really tough. They're well coached, and everyone's in the right position. And they do, that. Again, they didn't have that many yards on offense, but it just looked more efficient. Like it was they did more of what they had to do. It's like it never felt as hopeless with them on offense as it did with Penn State sometimes.
I think that's because we actually have hope for Penn State's offense, and we're underselling Northwestern. But I mean,
Northwestern's defense was really good. It held Penn State in check, and that was with 0 sacks and only 2 tackles for a loss.
And now I have to say their defense is really good, because they managed to hold UCLA in check, who is now an explosive offense.
Yeah, well, that was before the team awakening before that happened, right?
Jesus. So all right, well, we'll get to that. Anyway,
we're going to review the UCLA game too. So if you haven't,
what can we say about both teams? Northwestern, arrows are kind of pointing up.
Yeah,
they've got a couple of good wins now.
Listen, they've won 3 in a row, which is UCLA, UL Monroe, Penn State. They've got a game against Purdue. I think they could win that. And then at Nebraska is going to be a tough one. But that's they're 2-1 in conference, 4-2 overall. A bowl game, good bowl game, well within their sights.
Yep, totally. And then Penn State, all arrows pointing down. This looks like a sinking ship that could get. I mean, I think Chip Patterson on the Cover 3 said, are they this year's last year's Florida State? Are they headed?
And then they're like the few years before that, Louisville. Right, it was supposed to be good. That ended up losing like 8 games in a row.
Looking at an 8 or 9 loss team here, like
it could unravel, man. That's good. Like at Iowa, at Ohio State versus Indiana.
We'll see.
Man.
That's bad news.
If they lose Iowa and Iowa State, that's 5 losses in a row.
It's bad news Bears. All right. Well,
That's crazy.
Bad news Lions, I guess. All right. So, geez, that's all. You got anything else on your list?
That's good.
Oh, James. Oh, James. All right. Well, I mean, that's all we got for this one. We appreciate you sticking around. We know our channel's small. We just started last year. So if you like what we got going on and you'd like to support us, a like and a subscribe goes a long way to grow the channel. And if you think someone would enjoy this, share it with them. That would be great too. So for Jeff Dover, I'm John Barbin, and that's your Saturday versus Sunday podcast.